Fans First Sports Network listeners and NFL fans, welcome to another episode of the Call Sheet Breakdowns. These are our one-play features on all of the games from the NFL playoffs. This is Coach Kevin Smith breaking down the divisional round game between the Green Bay Packers and the San Francisco 49ers. Thrilling game on Saturday, won 24-21 by the 49ers, a game that really wasn't decided until the final minute when San Francisco was able to intercept Green Bay as the Packers drove towards a potential game-tying field goal. And that's going to be the play that we profile here in our one-play breakdown. So let's get to it. All right, let's set the scene here. San Francisco has just scored with a little bit more than a minute remaining in the contest to take a 24-21 lead. This is a game largely dominated by Green Bay, but the 49ers sort of pull even with them in the fourth quarter and then take the lead. Green Bay now has to go about 50 yards to get into field goal range in the final minute. They picked up one first down. It's 1st and 10 from their own 36-yard line. Again, trailing 24-21, 52 seconds left. They've got 2 timeouts, so they don't really have to panic here. They don't have to throw bombs down the field. They can really run their offense, but they get into a route concept that's pretty tough here. They're going to be in 5 wides right here, sending just about everybody deep with a little bit of chip delay from the tight end and the running back. We'll play it through, watch the route concepts, and you're going to see quarterback Jordan Love bail from the pocket and obviously make a huge mistake throwing back across his body into the middle of the field, intercepted by linebacker Dre Greenlaw, really to seal this game for the 49ers. Again, flushed out, throws back across his body, picked off by San Francisco. If we look at this more carefully, though, and really break down the route concepts here, you're going to see a play I think the Packers are going to want back. First of all, what they've got going on with their wide receivers is they've got this sort of these deep breaking switch verticals that are going on the outside. I mean, they're getting again, we call this switch verticals because the 2 outside receivers are essentially running vertical but switching positions. You get a post from the wide receiver and you get a corner from the slot. And then on the opposite side of the ball, you get another deep breaking skinny post. So all 3 of their receivers are running these really slow developing long routes. Meanwhile, up front, you're going to get, this is running back Aaron Jones. He's supposed to chip Nick Bosa here and then get to the flat. And the tight end similarly, chip the edge rusher and get to the flat. So they're really giving Love some outlets here. If he gets pressure, he can dump the ball down into the flat. But as you're going to see here, that gets complicated. The problem Love faces is that the 49ers run a bit of a twist stunt, right? Where they're going to take Bosa and run him. Technically, this is called a long stick. A long stick is when your edge rusher starts out as a 9 technique, and then he goes all the way down inside to the A gap. And what he's trying to do is he's trying to pull the tackle and the guard down with him so that you can now open up space for the looper who's going to come around and hopefully work into that void where the guard and the tackle have now slid all the way down to block the long stick. Jones, the running back, right? In trying to chip Bosa, Jones winds up all the way down inside as well. And he's never able to get out. He's never able to really get out to become the outlet. So that when Love winds up scrambling out here to evade pressure, he doesn't have anybody to dump the ball down to in the flat. And I mean, obviously he shouldn't make the throw that he made. I'm sure Jordan Love is reliving this play in his nightmares. He obviously should have thrown that thing out of bounds or maybe tried to outrun Nick Bosa and get out of bounds himself. And he doesn't. But the fact that Jones gets caught up inside blocking Bosa and can't become his outlet receiver is really where this play goes bad for the Packers. So watch it here again without the diagrams. And again, really just focus on Jones, right? Just focus on what Jones does as he tries to come down on Bosa here. This is really where the problem is, right? Well, look at him get caught inside. And then he tries to block the looper. And now he doesn't know what to do. And he's never able to get out into the flat. And again, man, that's really where Love makes his bad decision. But one more time, Jones down inside, right? He's kind of doing the worst of both worlds here. He's not really making much, doing much in pass protection, and he's unavailable now as a receiver as well. if we look at it from this angle right here again, you'll see Jones, right, come down, try to block Bosa as Bosa goes all the way inside. Bosa actually winds up being blocked by the center. And then Bosa's going to wind up redirecting and chasing Love out here. Here comes the inside. This is the 2-eye technique. He's going to loop around and get occupied there. And with Jones being hung up inside, watch Love. Watch the calculation Love really has to make as Love bails the pocket. First of all, Love can probably hang in. He's probably got a little bit more time than he thinks, but his eyes are down the field. These downfield routes take so long to develop that he's got to sit there and wait. I mean, I think probably if he was being honest, right here, when he knows he doesn't have anything downfield, and when that pressure starts to bear in on him, I think he probably would love to come back down to the tight end working into the flat, because that tight end does get out. He does have the ability to dump it down to Kraft, his tight end, in the flat. But he's not able, or he doesn't make that decision. He instead rolls out to his right. And right here, as he bails to his right here, he would love to have Jones out on this route. I mean, if he's got Jones out around here, he can just dump him the ball. He doesn't have to worry about Bosa. But the proximity of Jones to Bosa is too tight. Jones isn't sure if he should try to release at this point or if he should chip back on Bosa. He winds up chipping back or at least tries to. And then Love makes the fatal flaw that every quarterback who's ever played the game has been taught. Don't ever throw the football across your body into the middle of the field. It winds up being a disaster 9 times out of 10. Greenlaw comes over. I mean, Christian Watson is target here. If Greenlaw doesn't get it, somebody else is going to, because Christian Watson has 3 49ers defenders around him, and it's picked, and that's the ball game. So a valiant effort from Green Bay. They went out to San Francisco. They gave the top-seeded 49ers all they could handle. Probably feel as though they should have won that ball game. Jordan Love, phenomenal postseason, great run to end the year. Makes a huge mistake that he'll learn from, I believe. I believe he's going to be a heck of a quarterback, and he'll probably use this as motivation for the offseason and learn a big lesson from it. The 49ers, though, live to play another day, and they will now host the Detroit Lions in the NFC Championship game next week, and that'll be our next one-play breakdown. So tune in tomorrow when we break down one play from the Lions' thrilling win, second week in a row where they've had a great home win. This one over the Tampa Bay Bucks. So check that out here on our FFSN YouTube channels. This has been Kevin Smith, and I'll see you tomorrow.